I think I'm live, but I can't find my mic. Well, I can find it. I just can't find the right spot for it. Anyway, happy Sunday, folks. Happy daylight savings time. I hope the time change isn't as impacting you as much as it's impacting me. I can't find the ground with both feet. And gravity's always been around for me. Um, let's see. I'm a little wow, I'm a little bit early. Or a little bit late if you didn't change your clock. Actually, that would make you a lot late. I can never keep it straight. I can never keep it straight. But thank goodness these security updates keep bugging me. I'm gonna smash this computer if it doesn't stop giving me security updates. And the beef is shaped like a square. It certainly is. It certainly is. So good to see you, sit camaraderie. You're actually first tonight. You get one gold star cookie. And Kevin is here. Says, hey Rush, just finished the city concert. Oh my god, that is like so cool. Well, I'm guessing that was supposed to be thrash, but so good that you finished your concerto. Ah, you rushed to say it before I did. You rushed to say it before I did. Yeah, I kind of extrapolated through context what you were saying, but Dave says you always. I'm like Guy Burgundy. I always just read what's on the prompter and then try to figure things out later with varying degrees of success. Hey, it's almost still light out, huh, gang? Well, at least it is on the East Coast. Actually, if it's light on the East Coast, it would be light out on the rest of the country too, wouldn't it? You see, I tell you, this messes with my mentals, and God knows there's not a whole lot to work with there. Oh, Zublix is here. Yes, Ron Burgundy. I said Ron Burgundy. Why would I say? But yeah, it's like Ron Burgundy. I said it's like Ron Burgundy. Anyway, Zuper, so nice to see you. Que pasa, mi amigo? And Gary's here. He says, greetings, chaps. I'm back. You certainly are. You certainly are. And did I lose a piece of paper? No, I didn't. Good. I was worried. Paper's getting shortage. Paper doesn't grow on trees. Yeah. Starting to blow up here, so I'll try to catch up. I said Guy Burgundy. I'm sorry, I meant Ron Burgundy. Thank you for correcting me, and thank you for correcting the correction. Let's see. Sitcom says in the 80s, Wendy's had a salad, taco, and baked potato bar in their restaurants. I remember that. I remember they were trying to be like a healthier option. I remember that. Good evening. Oh, we got a nice sunset here in Connecticut. Yeah, Sean, good to see you as well. By the way, you had a fairly nice sunset. Actually, you couldn't really tell though because it's rather cloudy here on the Cape, but it was nice that it was later. Snarky Sass is here and says emojis. Only 257 is here. It also speaks in emojis. I'm guessing they're all good. And Kevin says, what was voted the best music video from earlier today? I had to go perform. I don't think we decided what the best one was. That's too subjective. I don't even know if I could decide which one of my favorite video of the 80s and 90s was. As it says, good friend, good night, T Pawns. Is it a good night to you as well, by the way? You see, I don't always read what's printed on the list. My vlog is here, and my vlog is already giving links. Wagwan links. Thank you. And Gary says, I despise their chili. I actually had a young lady who I was with many, many, many years ago who actually went through a temper tantrum because I wouldn't take her out after 11 for Wendy's chili because they might have still been open till midnight. So yeah, no love lost for the chili. But that's more the people who eat it. And let's see what else we get going on here. A lot of people having fellowship, saying hi to one another. Sean says, I started learning Spanish this week. Pardon, patrón, mi español es muy malo. 2 años en la escuela. Y en donde eres Framingham. Muchas personas en Framingham habla español. En mi barrio. Angela says, nice to hear that, Sean. Spanish is a lovely language. It certainly is. It certainly is, particularly if you can understand it. Sitcom says, chili at midnight isn't a good idea. For getting rest overnight. Ain't that the truth? Or for your partner either. Anyway, just gonna do an impromptu show tonight, general Q&A. Okay, I think this shtick is outlived its usefulness. I keep leaning in to read the board, and I'm going to end up getting a paper cut on the eye. So I'm going to replace that with we all got the joke though, right? There. By the way, you guys all saw my earlier short today, by the way. Yes, I have tried to apply for that Wendy's food taster position. I couldn't upload my video. Tug and I were talking about it probably because their system crashed. But in any event, I want you to find my short and I want you to forward it to Wendy's website on my behalf. If I can do that a couple million times, I actually might get a chance. Let me just see what we got going on here. 257 says, could Leonard Maltin be wrong and the movie isn't worth 2.5 stars? Possibly. And he goes on to say, Gary, I saw War Machine last night on Netflix. It was great. I like the title. And Sean says, it is Zuplex for me. This time it was a toss up between Spanish and Japanese. I think I'm turning Japanese. I really think so. I know a few words in Japanese. Yoshikuze, Bakagaijin. And Tracy's here and says hi, Sarah. And Tracy had he was well. Gary says, remember next week, Wednesday 11th is my birthday. Pre-lated happy birthday, my brother. War Machine is Kiss. I did not know that. Thank you for the link, Sarah. And Ziplik says it's all due to nepotism, T-Pawns, nepotism rules. Yes, it certainly does, doesn't it? It certainly does. A lot of people saying happy birthday to Gary. And 257 says it's a Netflix movie. Guys, so it goes on to say for a Western, Japanese is a for Westerner, Japanese is a very difficult language to master. Yeah, but Robert Dunham did. Denny is here and says, greetings from South Carolina and hello to all. Cindy D is here and says, happy birthday to Gary. Excellent. And, 257 says, basically, it's Predator meets Lone Survivor. You mean Soul Survivor? Tomato. And I'm actually caught up. Mostly people saying hello to one another. And again, Sarah said, thank you for the link. God, I'm a little wheezy tonight. Okay, we have 9 people in the chat and 2 thumbs up. People, we can do better than that. And how many of you have is yet to forward my short? You'll excuse me. Watered down cranberry juice didn't help at all. And Sean says, the Japanese I know is all related to martial arts, and basically it's pretty limited. And did you watch the reimagination of uh 3 seconds Shogun? Shogun. I can't want to say Samurai. Did you see the reimagination of Shogun? It's really, really good. And there's lots of Japanese in that. The language, not just the nationality. Oh, and 257 goes, it's an X-File episode. Okay, now I got you. And 257 says, does anybody know what Gary is talking about? Let's see, we're missing Emily. Maybe Emily's in here, or maybe she's lurking in the shadows. Sometimes if you name drop Emily and she's here, she'll say something. Or another way that you could also get her to talk is say something about Stevie Nicks. Who here likes Stevie Nicks? Show of hands. Yeah, she's not here. And Gary said, Kevin says, I know a little German. He's sitting right over there. Top secret. I love it. What did you say to him? I just told him I put him on Macy's mailing list. And John says, yes, he did. It was more from the Japanese point of view than the Richard Chamberlain version. It certainly was, and I think they went for a more authentic look, by the way. They used a lot more natural lighting and stuff like that, or at least tried to make it appear like natural lighting. Um, and where's Lance? We haven't seen Lance in a while. He comes and goes, but we haven't seen him in some time. Gary says, "Arigato and sayonara." Oh, arigato, and sayonara are the only Japanese words I know. Dobo arigato, Mister Roboto. Um, I actually used to be able to sing an entire line from Sukiyaki, but I can't think of it off the top of my head because I'm on the spot. Tracy says, "Me, I love Stevie." Stevie Nicks, yes, who does not? Denny says, "After my Wonka experience, I haven't been watching movies this week. Been watching Ancient Aliens and Shatner Mysteries thing. Ah, The Unexplained. Mrs. Thrash and I watched that religiously. There's some new episodes out too, by the way. There's another one out there, The Deadliest with Ving Rhames. Those are pretty good. There's a few shows like that. Oh, and I already put my foot in my mouth. Tim is actually on an episode of The Proof is Out There, which hasn't aired yet. Looking forward to that. And Gary says Stevie Nicks I like, and then says message retracted. A message retracted to you as well. Emily says hit that thumbs up, and did I say Emily? Bite my tongue. My sister Sarah says hit that thumbs up and share out the comment after the show, please and thank you. 257 says Danny. After my experience watching the trailer for Space Mutiny, I would recommend the Riff Tracks live and MST3K version. You know that they stole most of the footage. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but that's the one where it's a South African sci-fi film. I believe it was their first sci-fi film, and they stole most of the footage from Battlestar Galactica. And Gary says, and you know that I'm still a big fan of Gojira. Very much so, aren't we? Oh, and then he says, but I did see where they wrapped filming today on Spaceballs 2. No kidding. No kidding. Only took them, what, 30 years? And Camardi says, I don't really care for her too much. I like Fleetwood Mac 6774. That counts. We'll count that. Cindy says, Stand Back was written by Prince after she turned down Purple Rain. Good for us. I never knew Prince wrote Stand Back. Were they involved at the time? Prince was famous for writing music for very attractive female musicians in the 80s. And my understanding is he was romantically involved, at least briefly, with all of them. Sheena Easton, Sheila E., others. But if you know, let me know because that'd be a really fun fact if Stevie Nicks and Prince had a liaison. And yeah, definitely good for us or you. Oh, is Emily? I see people saying hi, Emily. I guess they're trying to summon her. Hi, Emily. Love you in a healthy, non-threatening kind of way. Indy Spout is here. Indy, my brother from another alien. How are you doing? He says, Kayu Sakamoto did Sukiyaki. A Taste of Honey did a disco remake, which has absolutely nothing to do. His lyrics are far superior and make more sense. It's a really sad song. It's like I look at the sky while I cry because I want my teardrops to hit the ground. Oh, and by the way, you're right. It was King of Hearts, not Queen of Hearts, was the movie I was talking about. But that was pretty close. Mrs. Sakamoto, Mr. Sakamoto died in a plane crash very tragically. He's his last moments still on this earth, or should I say, right before he made contact with it again to write a goodbye note to his wife. Teb is here and says, "Happy Sunday, fun day. Would you please consider doing a special Top Gun, I guess it means top 10 themed trivia in a future live stream to honor the of film's 40th anniversary this year. Oh, not top 10, Top Gun. Yes, I would be happy to do Top Gun. I'm sorry. We got there in the end. Oh, and tonight I am doing trivia on Alice Ghostly. Bit of a rush job, but it will be here. Just got an alert from Dave Sunstrom channel saying Jennifer Raymond died. Oh no, another crush extinguished. Yeah, I know Mrs. Thresh just told me. Uh she's the girl in the beginning of Ghostbusters who thinks she has paranormal strength. Is the star? It is a star. uh Oh, look! Looky Lou. Emily says, "Hey, y'all, just got here. Who called? We all did. We all did. We all looked at the monitor and went, Emily Miller, Emily Miller, Emily Miller." uh, let's see. Dan says, "I heard that full title is Spaceballs, the search for more cash." That's the joke of the original Spaceballs. We'll see what Spaceballs 2, the search for more money. And Teb says, "R.I.P. Jennifer Runyon." Runyon. Ah, I skipped. I jumped. A hop, skip, and a jump. Hee. And a lot of people saying hello to Emily. And Cindy says he was the Errol Flynn of music. I don't know if they had a fling. They probably did thrash. I mean, how could you not? But as I say, he was the joke back in the 80s, and I was a huge Prince fan back in the day, but the joke in the 80s was if he wrote a song for you and you were a female, odds are there was a yeah. But I'm just telling tales out of school. But then again, in the 80s, I was a teenager. It's what we did. And John says, Emily, were you summoned by Stevie Nicks? Yeah, you were. We were talking about Stevie Nicks, by the way. And 257 says, The Blob, 1958 Pawns. Love that movie. Love that movie. Oh, I jumped. Hang on. I'm gonna have to go back a little bit. Here we go. I jumped again. Gary says, only that is a great movie. It certainly is. Emily says, Sean, I'll take that. Rachel says, I'm here. Rachel, excellent. So good to see you, my lady. Cindy says, what happened to Jennifer? Thought she was pretty. She passed on today. I don't have a COD, but it was very sad. Indy says, can you see the other side of those cards, Thrash? Because that's amazing. Oh yeah, it's a trivia for tonight. I just uh but yes, I was doing the shtick from Ghostbusters. Or Karnak, which you would prefer. And Gary says Cindy, yes, she was in the Brady Bunch Christmas movie. I did not know that. She was in Charles in Church too. She played a co-ed for one season. As with this fake Cindy or fake Jan. Um uh Dreschler, the girl who played the second Jan, she likes fake Jan. I think it's insulting, but she was a very talented singer. Rachel says, "No one cares about me being here." LOL. I care. I just said, "Hey, look who's here." Rachel, it's so nice to see you, and I will reiterate that. And now everyone else is following suit. Yep, too late. Too late. And Tracy says to Emily, long time no see. Rachel is smiling. She was just teasing. And 257 says the film had a gala premiere in El Paso. Many local uh, dignitaries attended. Members of the audience began heckling the film during the premiere. I never knew that. I believe, but I never knew that. And then he goes on to say, Manos Hands of Fate, MSC3K episode. I like it, Manos Hands of Fate. I thought it was clever. And Rachel says, I love you guys. You are my peeps. And Rachel, you are the wind beneath my wings. And so glad to see you, my lady. And he says, I feel like my best Ghostbusters reference are lost on you, Bob. Did you have an uncle who thought he was Saint Jerome by any chance? I'd say that counts. Um, oh, is the can you see the other side of those cards? Bill Murray said that at what? I'm sorry, I haven't seen Ghostbusters one in about 10 years. I'm sorry, maybe 12. So I apologize if that was one of the things Bill Murray said, but I do remember I had an uncle thought he was Saint Jerome. I think that counts. Are you menstruating by any chance? What does that have to do with anything? Back off, man. I'm a scientist. That part was originally written for John Belushi, and he was supposed to be far more vulgar. And he actually says, F off, I'm a scientist. But Bill Murray said he saw Vinkman as more of a scamp than a crude person. Another little fun fact. So Bill Murray played Vinkman in the movie, and he was voiced by Lorenzo Music in the cartoon. In the Garfield movie, Bill Murray voices Garfield, but was voiced by Lorenzo Music in the TV series. I'm dying. Oh, apparently Indy got it. Good, good, good. And Emily says it says Jennifer died of cancer. Oh, bummer. And Camaraderie says, exactly what are you a doctor of? And you're probably not Dr. Kildare, then, are you? I'll give a cookie to whoever can tell me what that was from. I'll expand if I need to, but I bet at least someone gets it. And when I say someone, and 257 says, Zuper, I would not recommend staying up to 2 a.m. watching Manos Hands of Fate. And Danny says, I just got a notification for a Pawns short. Who hates you? LOL. It's Who Hates Wendy's. And I want everyone, that's your homework. Forward that to Wendy's because I want that job. I want that 100K for eating bacon cheddar burgers. Jesus. Ah! Godzilla, don't die on me. And let's just see. So yes, forward that to Wendy's. Everyone knows it's Wendy's. Dun 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 dun. Who's looking out to? Okay, who did that song? And Sean says F cancer. And indeed, indeed, a lot of people having fellowship and chatting with one another. So I'm just gonna skip through. Yes, indeed. That was good trivia. Thank you. Appreciate it. Super says, I saw that movie on YouTube 257 and it was hilariously bad because of its level of amateurism. Yeah, the guy who made that was a fertilizer salesman in East Texas. And he says, so Bob only remembers quotes about menstruation. Got it. And Cindy says, so sad, Emily. I liked her in Charles in Charge. Yeah, she plays a co-ed who dates him for one season, I believe. And Camaraderie says, type something, will ya? We're partying. We're type something, will ya? We're paying for this stuff. No, no, no. Love Annie Potts. She's actually mentioned here later on. I won't say to what. Anthony says, charge. I knew what you meant. In fact, I think I read it properly. And John says, Indy, stop Kirk shaming. LOL. Danny gave us a link. Thank you. Indy is right. It's an association. And Zublik says, you have to be boss's you have to be the boss's nephew. And oh, 217 says Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman. And Denny says Wendy's is closing like 100 locations. It better not be the one down the street from me. That's why I bought the house. And Emily says, Cindy, I can't even remember watching Charles in Charge. I wish I could find it streaming somewhere you won't be able to now. I don't want to be that guy, but certain shenanigans to which Mr. Bayo had been partaking in, at least through anecdotal hearsay uh, claims, has caused Charles in Charge and pretty much anything with him in it to be strontium 90. I won't say those things because I can't prove them and don't want to get the little slap on the wrist, but Google it. And that is as we say that. Angelina, I'm sorry, Uh, Angelina, there we go. Says, "Hey all, I am so sorry to hear about Jennifer." Yes, as are we all, Miss Angela. And Cindy says she was the fake Cindy Gary Carpenter. Sorry, I stepped away for the moment. And Kevin says, "Where's the beef?" Yeah, I had the "Where's the beef" sign up here. Yes, forward this short and any clips from this post you want to Wendy's because I want the damn job. Damn you. And Gary says the only thing I liked from Wendy's is the chicken sandwich. The chicken sandwich is good, but the baconator. Oh, and I tried their new cheddar bacon burger. Tree says I had to Mrs. Pons for I did. She left the room, but I will reiterate. Uh and Tab says, which fast food restaurant do you prefer? McDonald's or Wendy's? I'm gonna have to go with Wendy's. I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna have to go with Wendy's. I always loved McDonald's as a kid, still do. Burger King is not without its charm, but of the big three, I have to go to Wendy's. Everyone knows it's Wendy's. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Tony the Dead is here. He says some type of iguana emoji. Gary likes Burger King. No wrong answer. Emily says Scott was found not guilty years ago. He's been in a few things since those charges. Oh, Charles in charge. It's more the way he. In addition to that, and I'm going to say maybe the courts found him not guilty. I think it had more to do with the statute of limitations, if you ask me. But it's actually he also bullied at least one of the boys on that show as well. Um, he's proven to be just a not nice person, what we call a mumser. Um, when Emily, if you still like Mr. Bayo, don't let me tell you how to live your life. I am glad, however, you are familiar with what I was talking about. But again, I never tell people how to live their life. I just tell me how to live mine. And so does Mrs. Thrash. And Gary says, Cindy, he was the real one. I don't want to be in that movie. Danny says, even the Brady Bunch singing on those Ready Hour was better than the Warren. LOL. Yeah, in fact, Emily, I didn't realize he was actually charged in anything. I thought it was just allegations that never actually went to court. In fact, in fairness, he actually said at one point he said, "Why were they charging me in the public opinion, as it were? Why didn't we actually go through the police?" But again, I don't want to turn this into a Scott Baio thing either way. But again, Cindy says I watched the syndication on Saturday evening. Maybe it wasn't shown in your area, Emily. I'm surprised it's not on Pluto or Tubi. And Angela just said something, but she jumped. So I'm going to backtrack a little. Oh, here it is. When I can love Wendy's, can't stand McDonald's unless it's around this time of, and they have their Shamrock Shakes. Definitely, definitely. Okay, someone's leaving. It's either 257 or Cindy. Either way, whoever's leaving, have a great night. Who's ever staying, thank you. We're gonna play the trivia in a little bit. Daniel likes Burger King. And Camaraderie says, I do think he was charged because the event occurred in the late 80s, and the statute of limitations had long since expired. Oh, you don't think? I think you said you did. You don't, Mrs. Thrash. Oh, Mrs. Thrash, whatever happened to Scott Baio? But was he ever charged with any shenanigans? Okay, it's official because she keeps on top of stuff like this. He was not charged in the courts. But Emily, we're still going to tell you how to live your life. But apparently he was not charged. So I guess in some way he was cleared. But anyway, and a lot of people saying hello to one another. Uh, oh, Cindy said, Emily says to Cindy, the program changes all the time, but she'll check again. Cindy says fast food is way too expensive. It's crazy. I know. I don't want to tell you how much I spent on Wendy's the other night. You see, Wendy's, I already give you back the money that you will be giving me. If anything, you will turn a bigger profit. I'll take the job for the employee discount. Yeah. And Indy goes on to say, yeah, Mrs. Thrash wants me to have the job too, don't you, Mrs. Thrash? And I'm doing girl math. I don't know if I can say that. I don't think it's politically correct. But in any event, you guys will have to explain that to me, by the way. And she says hello to everyone. And he says, I prefer Wendy's, but it just so hard but it just so hard to get it made fresh. It's always made fresh. What are you talking about, you buffoon? And I just jumped again. So see, I'm starting to fall behind. And Sean says, I haven't been to a McDonald's since the 80s. Holy cow. And yeah, Tony said, it's the guy with headphones. I know this has become my trademark. If I can't hear what I'm saying, it throws my game off. I don't know what it is. I'm a narcissist. Ah, ha, ha, she says the rest of us can. And Sean says, Emily, let me tell you how to live your life. And Rachel says, everyone knows it's Wendy's, and Wendy's has lots of fries. I love Wendy's fries. I love Wendy's fries. And Warren, thank you, Tracy. And Cindy says, I ate a big Whopper every week when I was pregnant with my daughter. She hates them. And Emily says, I don't know him personally. We follow each other on the former Twitter. We don't share political views, and I'll call him out on it. He hasn't blocked me yet. Oh yeah, Mrs. Thrash apparently was on Twitter for a while with Keanu Reeves, but I think that was a Nigerian shell company. But what do I know? Sid Camaraderie says, ironically, the woman who claimed he took liberties with her has been fighting cancer and just had a double mastectomy. For um, discretion's sake, I'm not going to read the name out loud, but thank you, said Camaraderie. And Zubik says, isn't that what the internet is for, Sean? Spreading misinformation, it seems. But of course, all my anecdotes are true and correct, at least anecdotally. And when they're not, uh, Indy corrects me. And Tim says Brian Cranston just turned 70 today. Yes, yes. And Brian Cranston is awesome, and I will die on that hill. Emily says, Sean, somebody needs to. I don't seem to be doing great on my own. Oh, Emily, you're doing fine. I'm sure. I'm sure. But I just jumped again. And Sean says it is Zuplex T. Denny says we're getting pronounced by this. We're getting pounded by the storm. Still, we're getting pounced by the storm. Cindy says a Whopper can't type tonight. I knew what you were talking about. I don't know if I said it right. Emily says Scott's daughter is a pretty damn good golfer. Hmm, I'm a terrible golfer. Tracy says I like bar made hamburgers. Place I worked at had some amazing hamburgers. Teb says, Thrash, would you please consider doing a Brian Cranston themed trivia in the near future? Okay, everybody who can DM me, Brian Cranston, and you see, I've already forgotten. You asked me for another one earlier. Top Gun, Top Gun, Top Gun trivia, and Brian Cranston. Pity Brian Cranston wasn't in Top Gun. and it would have worked. Uh, Actually, that's so gay. And yes, I will. And Gary's like, the Impossible Burger is really good. To dream the Impossible Burger. And a lot of people saying hello to Mrs. Pons, Mrs. Thrash. I'm gonna skim here because I'm getting a little behind. Emily says, Bob, I'll watch your video and put it into the Twitterverse best I can do. Emily, I would be honored if you could do that. If I could just go viral. You guys saw that video I did of my frozen deck got 1,100 views. The one I did showing my makeshift command center when I was trying to keep on top of the storm watch got well over 1,200. It's cray cray. Now, if I could just get some people to actually try to push it out there into the algorithm, I'd really appreciate it. Emily's like, again, Danny? And Indy says, you clearly have never been to a Wendy's anywhere near where I live. You have an 80% chance of room temperature burgers and fries at Wendy's in town. It's pretty common knowledge here. Oh, okay. I'll take you. I thought you were kidding because the commercials always say made fresh, and the one I go to, I literally can watch them make the food fresh. So I apologize. I thought you were kidding. The one I go to is far more professional, and the manager knows me by name. And Emily says Keanu has never been on Twitter. Like I told my Mrs. Thrash, it's not really him. And Angela says I'm going out to hire and even on the 19th. I'm going to. I'll try this one more time. I'm going to a higher even on the 19th for the Taste of Maine Potato Chip Company, and then a job fair the following week. Angela, wish you all the luck in the known universe. I could, I hope I can at least get a job. I do too. I wish you all the luck. Everybody, wish Angela luck. And he says, have also never been on Twitter, but I have much better luck, much better track record with pet ownership. And a lot of people wishing Angela luck. And I think I just jumped. Give me one more second. Oh yeah, Sitcom says I waited about 30 years to do the Top Gun sequel as well. Angela says as long as I can get a job, that'll be a flexible with school. Wish you all the luck in the world. And Emily says, Indy, gotta be a better pet owner than a certain person I won't name, but her initials are. Yes, we know what she did. Hey, but she's been reassigned. But Ixnay on the politics pay. But skip, do more shorts. Thank you, Cindy. I certainly will. They're fun. They're fun. I never wanted to do them because I had to do them on my phone. I wanted to do them on my laptop on my computer, and I couldn't do it. And then, out of necessity, because I didn't have any power, I had to do post a video on my phone. And it just so happened because of the way I made it, I could do it as a short. And I go, who's gonna watch one of my shorts anyway? And again, it got like 1,100 views, and I go, I think I may have something here, but I will. Gary says the other night, Paranormal Paul was really crazy. Missed it, but I'm sure he was. Danny says I've been telling you about shorts for a while. Yes, but I only do posts on my laptop or my computer. I didn't think they came out well on my phone, but for that kind of uh, hits, for that number of views, I'll make an exception. So yes, you will see more shorts of mine. I have about half a dozen now, but thank you. I will. And Danny, forgive me for doubting you. I just didn't think it would go into the pool that well, but it did. Emily says Brian Cranston and who again? Brian Cranston and the Top Gun 40th anniversary. And Sean says, my local Wendy's was the only restaurant open during the big storm last week. Wow. And a lot of people saying good luck to Angela. And Rachel says, you go, Angela. Oh, and by the way, I think I know what happened. And I can't even remember who I did this to. Um, Angela and Rachel came on about the same time. So I think I meant to say hi to both, only said hi to one. So I wasn't gaslighting you when I said I thought I just said hi to you. No, I thought I said hi to both of you. And in any event, when people come in together, I sometimes get messed up. So anyway, yes, of course, Rachel and Angela. I'm glad to see both of you here. And whichever one I inadvertently snubbed at the beginning, I apologize. Who else? I did that to somebody else once, and I can't remember who it was. And they go, "You never said hi to me. You said hi to," and I'm like, "Oh, only two. Oh, wasn't it you?" I said hi to Mike Silva, but I thought I said hi to you too. And I, I I can't explain why my mind isn't working, but just again, know that it's inadvertent and not through lack of love. And anyway, Indy says to Emily, well, I was really making a John Wick joke, but it helps. You lob grenades across the aisle. Never saw John Wick, by the way. And Gary says, he should have played the shadow instead. His name is Lamont Cranston. And Angela says, thank you to all the people saying, wishing her luck. And Emily says, thank you. And Superlick says, working in the trash industry is bad sign for fast food employee. Hey, wait a second. Oh, all the people who complain because they didn't get their trash picked up during the storm. And Tracy says, I want to work from home. Would be nice. And Emily says, I'm getting my pitching arm ready, Sean. And Angela says, I would love to work from home, Tracy. And Sean says, hypnotized. Emily, you want Brian Cranston trivia? Top Gun blows, LOL. These aren't the droids you're looking for. Tracy says, ouch, Emily. Gary says, I need a laptop. Tracy says to Angela, I know, right? Danny says, I got 80,000 views on a video of my dog pooping. LOL, true story. Sean says, there used to be a Wendy's here in Broad Street, but it closed a few years back. And whoa. And Emily says, oh, we about to throw hands now, Sean. Ha ha ha. And Sean says, also don't like yes, him as well. And Zublik says that's what you get when you sign a contract with the mob. Hey, forget about it. And Emily says to Sean, not many people do. And Tracy's laughing at Danny. While I'm caught up, because we'll see how long it lasts, while I'm caught up, I don't know if you guys caught this. It's Alice Ghostly trivia tonight. And Alice Ghostly, well, if I started telling you what she did, it would ruin some of the trivia questions. But she was a character actress who worked steadily from the 50s all the way to the end of the century. And she's one of those people where everybody knows her, you just may not remember where you saw her from. But anyway, without further, I'll do. Oh, and they will be in no particular order tonight because guess what? I forgot to number them. So, number who's it go what's it? Mrs. Ghostly made two appearances on this war themed TV show. Was it A, Rat Patrol, B, Combat, C, McHale's Navy, or D, Hogan's Heroes? And as it says, I guess about 10% of the people here recognize her. Starlog is here. Hello, Starlog. And Denny, we all know that's you. And Sean says, was well, I can't answer because that might actually come up. Anyway, I shall repeat. Mrs. Ghostly made two appearances on this war themed TV show. Was it A, Rat Patrol, B, Combat, C, McHale's Navy, or D, Hogan's Heroes? I'm going to give it another minute. Angelina says, "I don't know combat or Hogan's Heroes. You never watched Hogan's Heroes?" Zublik says, "I think she was." Oh, yeah. Remember, trivia is coming up. Chalk Theater is here. Says thumbs up. And Emily says, "Super, that was her first appearance." The correct answer is actually Hogan's Heroes. She played a German woman. I think we're down to number 9. Mrs. Ghostly appeared in multiple episodes of this short-lived uh, superhero TV series. Was it A, the Green Hornet, B, Batman, C, Captain Nice, or D, Ultraman? I shall repeat. Mrs. Ghostly appeared in multiple episodes of this short-lived TV series. Everybody watch for Indy's answer. And Indy, I said that even before I saw your answer. And Angela says, "I watched Hogan's Heroes, LOL. I'm hyped up on prescription medication." And apparently everybody took my cue. The correct answer is yes, Captain Nice. I found out about that show actually through Steve from The Life and Sad Ending. It was actually a cute show, but in any event, moving on. I'm guessing this is number 8. Mrs. Ghostly's most prolific role in. Give me one second. I can't remember handwriting. Oh, yeah, I was right. Mrs. Ghostly's most prolific role was in this long run cult sitcom. Was it A, Alf, B, Bewitched, C, Carolyn in the City, or D, Designing Women? I shall repeat. Mrs. Ghostly's most prolific role was in this long run cult sitcom. Was it A, Alf, B, Bewitched, C, Carolyn in the City, or D, Designing Women? And I think I may have thrown you guys a curveball, but we will we can discuss that in a second. Oh, Rachel, repeat, please. Oh, was it the last one? Oh, okay, Rachel, I'm going to repeat the last one just in the interest of total fairness. Mrs. Ghostly made multiple appearances in this short-lived superhero TV series, and the selections are A, Green Hornet, B, Batman, C, Captain Nice, or D, Ultraman. And since I already said what the answer is, and just for laughter, to repeat this one more time. Mrs. Ghostly's most prolific role was in this long run cult sitcom. Was it A, Alf, B, Bewitched, C, Carol in the City, or D, Designing Women? And the correct answer was Designing Women. And I know what you guys are going to say, but it comes up later. So just if you want to give yourselves a point because of another answer that again will come up later, I'm not going to argue. I just don't want to give the game away because some people may have not caught on what I'm doing here because I'm a weirdo. Okay, this is Ghostly appeared in a recurring role on this quirky comedy. Was it A, Evening Shade, B, Murphy Brown, C, Northern Exposure, or D, The Marshall Chronicles? I shall repeat. Mrs. Ghostly appeared in a recurring role on this quirky comedy. Was it A, Evening Shade, B, Murphy Brown, C, Northern Exposure, or D, The Marshall Chronicles? Oh, and by the way, you guys are probably caught at this point. Um, Originally, I hadn't planned on doing trivia tonight, and then I remembered somebody had asked for Mrs. Ghostly. So this is sort of a rush job, and it feels like it, and it feels even more like it to me reading it. So I want to thank you guys. It may not be my best work, but I wanted to provide you with something. And the correct answer was, in fact, yes, Evening Shade. I like that show. And I believe this would be number 6. But you know what? We're not going to get scores this time, so we'll just go all the way through. What is probably number 6? Worked on Mrs. Ghostly worked on 2 versions of this hit show. Was it A. Adam's Family, B. The Munsters, C. The Odd Couple, or D. Star Trek? Oh, Tug is here. Oh yeah, there he is. Hey, Tug. Emily says I am copying because I never watched any of those. Fair, it's okay. It's okay. But I shall repeat. Mrs. Ghostly worked on 2 versions of this hit show. Was it A. Adam's Family, B. The Munsters, C. The Odd Couple, or D. Star Trek? And yes, most of you got it. It was The Odd Couple. She was in 2 adaptations of The Odd Couple. Now, she also did a lot of voice work too, by the way. And, this was actually a fun one. I didn't know this, but it was such a great one. I actually had to use it. Mrs. Ghostly did voice work on this animated TV adaptation. Was it A. All Dogs Go to Heaven, B. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, C. Ghostbusters, or D. Garfield? Speaking of Bill Murray and Lorenzo music, I shall repeat. Mrs. Ghostly did voice work on this animated TV adaptation. Oh, Chance is here. Oh, hello, Chance. Welcome. Oh, she was in the Fall Guy? I actually did not know that. Thank you. Which episode? Well, I can just do IMBD, but I'm sure you already know. Oh, and by the way, I love that shirt you did on the strawberry cheesecake Kit Kats. Check it out. Check it out. Anyway, I shall repeat. Did I repeat? I'm gonna repeat it one more time. What the hell? Where are we going? Mrs. Ghostly did voice work on this animated TV adaptation. Was it A, All Dogs Go to Heaven, B, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, C, Ghostbusters, or D, Garfield? And the correct answer is All Dogs Go to Heaven. This is a toughie. Mrs. Ghostly was in 1 episode of this horror show. Get it? Ghost horror? Was it A, The Twilight Zone, B, Night Gallery, C, Circle of Fear, or D, The Night Stalker? And I shall repeat. Mrs. Ghostly was in 1 episode of this horror show. Was it A, Twilight Zone, B, The Night Gallery, C, Circle of Fear, or D, The Night Stalker? And I'm going to have to like bend on this one because more people are getting the MacGuffin. And he says the Night Stalker episode. Oh, Bad Medicine. Yes, she was, Gary. I'll give it one more couple of moments. And the correct answer is C, Circle of Fear. But if you said the Night Stalker, take a point anyway. Because what happened was, I actually didn't know that. When I was doing the research, after I'd written the question out, I saw she had done an episode of the Night Stalker. So I'm like, the heck with it. If they get C or D, they get the point. So this is a rarity where there's actually 2 uh, answers. Oh, and it looks like Cindy already got that. And chances Alice was. We haven't gotten to all the questions yet. In fact, I'm going to skip to that one. Okay, because you people are determined to have that brought into the open. Mrs. Ghostly had a recurring role in this paranormal sitcom. Was it A, I Dream of Jeannie, B, Bewitched, C, Nanny the Professor, or D, My Mother the Car? And I'm not even going to repeat it. Everyone just give yourself B for Bewitched. Yeah, he's blowing up the computer. You people were determined to talk about Bewitched. There. Okay. It's a good thing I didn't number these. Oh, okay. Mrs. Ghostly appeared in this famous legal drama. Was it A, Judgment at Nuremberg, B, To Kill a Mockingbird, C, Inherit the Wind, or D, Anatomy of a Murder? I shall repeat. Mrs. Ghostly appeared in this famous legal drama. Was it A, Judgment at Nuremberg, B, To Kill a Mockingbird, C, Inherit the Wind, or D, Anatomy of a Murder? Wow, that one's all over the place. Having flashbacks to ninth grade literature, huh, people? Oh, I'm sorry. Chance made a comment that I missed, and it seemed like it's important, so I'm gonna have to go back here. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, her first role was in The Fall Guy. And there was always some cutie besides Heather Thomas and Marky Post that had to walk on that show. And Denny says, I probably missed your comment. I'm eating while trying to watch. Yeah, I know you got like a many of your channels going, and I appreciate all of that. But anyway, the correct answer was actually To Kill a Mockingbird. She played the gossipy neighbor, which is funny because she briefly took over for Mrs. Kravitz in Bewitched too, by the way. But yeah, she generally played um the nanny, the au pair. And the number one, it has to be number one because you only have left. Mrs. Ghostly also appeared with Mr. Reynolds in this cult film. Was it A, Smoking the Bandit, B, Gator, C, Cannonball Run, or D, The End? And I shall repeat, Mrs. Ghostly also appeared with Mr. Reynolds in this cult film. Was it A, Smoking the Bandit, B, Gator, C, The Cannonball Run, or D, The End? Angela says, no, that was Sandra Gould that took over for Mrs. Kravitz. Um, okay, you're right. I thought briefly. Well, I'm sure you're right. I'm sure as I was doing some rapid research today, by the way, and I think I misread what was written or forgot. I think they brought her in when Mrs. Kravitz, the actress who played Mrs. Kravitz, died, but not as Mrs. Kravitz. She basically filled the role until they brought in a new Mrs. Kravitz later on. But thank you, and Sandra Gold, appreciate it. And Angela says one or the other, and Rachel says no question about Greece. Seemed like a good one. You know, it did, and I'm sorry I missed it, and I apologize. I'm a terrible, terrible person. Or Good Times, yes, I missed that one too. I only had 10. I'm sorry. And I honestly I can't remember the episode of Good Times she was in. But of course, I didn't see the episode of Circle of Fear she did. So I'm a terrible person. I deserve a firm slap on the wrist. Ow! Oh, and I almost broke my mother's nose tonight, too, by the way. I went to give her a hug. She was sitting down. I went to give her a hug, and she decided she wanted to stand up. And I leaned my arm in, and I caught her in the nose. And she yelled in pain. And fortunately, she's fine because no one would have ever believed me. And I don't believe me. But anyway, yes. So the correct answer is Gator. By the way, Gator. And Emily says Ghostly played the maid early in the series and played Esmeralda. The rest. Oh, okay. So she did have two roles, but one of them was not as Mrs. Gravitz. Okay, thank you. That was it. That was it. Oh, good. We get scores coming in. Sean is 4 or 5 out of 10. We'll call it five. Angelina is 5 out of 10. Nine out of 10. Tab is 4 out of 10. Zublix is 3 out of 10. Tracy says poor Bob. Yeah, tell me about it. Cindy says she played a social worker who let Penny stay with. Oh, I remember that episode. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Tug is 3 out of 5. Gary is 7 out of 10. Rachel is 8 out of 10. Cindy is 8 for 10. Very good, Cindy. Uh, Tracy is 5 for 10. Very good, Rachel, for 10. 8 out of 10. I can't speak tonight. Um, and Emily says, I have no idea what my score is. Good job, Emily. You know what? Like I said, that wasn't my most professional. I want to thank all of you for playing along. Thank you so much. And he says she played Queen Bee on the Monster Squad. That one probably been should have made the cut. 9 out of 9. Missed one. Grabbing a soda. No worries. I almost put the Monster Squad one in. I must confess, I almost put the Monster Squad in. And he says, blame me, Emily Miller. I requested the trivia. And and Rachel says, great job, everyone. And Rachel, thank you very much. By the way, the next one I do, which will either be Top Gun or Bryan Cranston, will be far more polished and professional. And you guys will like it better, I promise. And Emily says, LOL, Cindy, it's my fault for not knowing much about her. Well, like I say, this is hardly my best work. It really was. Another thing is, I normally, rather than just roles, I like to do fun facts. And while she had a very interesting life, none of it really loaned itself to fun fact trivia. You know what I'm saying? I'm dying. But they can't all be out of the park now, can they? And Tracy says thanks for the fun. Uh, Rachel says, I like this. Oh, you did like this one, Rachel. Thank you. That's very kind of you, Rachel. Thank you. And Angela says, Emily, I was guessing on a lot of them. And that's how I get most of them anyway. And he says, polished and professional. Thanks for the laugh, Bob. I needed that. Tug says, stop dying if it was that simple. Emily says, I honestly only knew her for Bewitched and Grease and Designing Women. And I don't know why I didn't put Grease in there. I think maybe because I thought it was low hanging fruit. And Emily says, Angela, you still did better than me. Well, we don't know because we don't know your score, but the odds are pretty good that Angela did better than you. And Cindy says, you didn't talk about. Okay, bonus question. Bonus question. What was the famous song she was always chanting in Designing Women? Was it A, black man, where do you come from? I That used to destroy me. That destroyed me back in the day. What was the name of the guy who played, I don't want to say the black dude in Designing Women, but the guy they hired to do basically everything. What was his name? It's killing me. I could see him plain as day, but the song that she sung. Oh, if I keep reading the damn question. Oh, well, Anthony was the name of the show. What was the guy's name in real life? One of the funniest bits they ever did. Um, there was this like sports star whose wife wanted to have an affair with him, and he didn't because she was married. And the sports star shows up, and he thinks to beat him up, and it goes, "When my wife asks you for something, you do it." And it just happened that like when the guy comes back to beat him up, one of the girls, her entire family was there, and she has like 7 brothers, and he had just met them, but named them all by name. It was one of the cutest scenes. Um, Sibling says, "I know she was married to Felice Orlandi, who surprisingly played gangsters on television and in Bullet." Wow, that's actually a really interesting fun fact. Gary says, I want you to do Bewitched trivia." Well, there's one answer that everyone will get. All right, Bewitched. Okay, we have an amended list. Top Gun, Bryan Cranston, Bewitched. In fact, I think I should do Bewitched first because I know you've been asking me for that one. So I'll do Bewitched first out of complete and total fairness. Rachel says, Hollywood, wrong show. Sean says, Meshock Taylor? Meshock Taylor. Okay, thank you very much. That's also backed up by Emily. Thank you. Anthony, yes, was the character. M. Taylor, Mishok Taylor. Cindy says they both passed the only oh bummer. Yeah, Mishok Taylor, thank you. He was in the movie Mannequin? I thought that was the guy from Living Color, not Damon Wayans. The other one. Uh from the Men on whatever. Rachel says he passed away, unfortunately, bummer. And Cindy says one alive are Annie Potts and Gene Smart. Yes. And Cindy says me shock. Me shock. Me shock. Pardon, me français is bleh. And Rachel says to Gary, that is why I said Hollywood. Oh, that was his name on Mannequin. Okay, I knew I was missing something there. And Mrs. Thrash likes Mannequin. It wasn't one of my favorites. His name was Hollywood. Okay, thank you. And somebody says, do a trivia on Michael Shannon. I don't even know who that is. And Cindy says he played the gay dude. Well, yeah, that's what I thought it was the guy from okay. Other than Living Color, he was the abusive stepfather in Tales from the Hood. He was in From the Hip, but he plays in the running recurring Damon Wayans and him played like it was in Living Color. It was the recurring role, men on films, men on this, men on that, and the joke being is that they were bizarrely effeminate. And what was the other guy's name? It's killing me. Funny, I know everything he's in, but I can't think of his name. He actually had his own spin-off show for a while, but I don't know. Delta Burke I thought Delta Burke passed on. David Allen Greer? Is that I thought of David Allen Greer, that didn't sound right. It's David Allen Greer? Okay, we'll go with David Allen Greer. Yes, David Allen Greer. I thought David Allen Greer played Hollywood in Mannequin. Apparently, I am incorrect. Thank you, Indy, and everyone else is about to say David Allen Greer in the comments. Anthony says, "That's how you say it, me shack, me shack." Well, like I said, me français is um, terrible. And isn't me shack French for cyanide or some type of poison? Indy, back me up here. I thought Mishak was a word for poison. But anyway, I'll say Mishak. Mishak. Oh, Mishak. And Angela says no, Delta Burke is still alive. Okay, I apologize to Delta Burke for one. Gary says Mary Jo and Charlene are still alive. Everyone's alive. Yay. Zubik says, what the most intense actor alive? That dude makes you believe he could go postal at any time. Cindy says, oops. Yes, she is. Thank you, Angela. And Indy says, if only Bob would look down 3 posts. Okay, 1 post. Michael Shannon was General Zod. Oh! Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I actually there's a bell ring. And one more post is Dixie Carter is dead. Yes, she is. Dixie Carter is passed. It's a biblical name. I'm assuming that that was the General Zod comment was the one you were in reference to. Thank you, everyone. Uh Emily says it means guest of a king. Meshock. Frère Jacques, dormez-vous. Mon grand-mère habite Québec. Et mes petits parlent français ami. But I've lost it all since. As you can tell, if any of you understood that. And I rush to say it before Indy translates me. If I can. It said, my grandmother was from Quebec, and when I was small, she spoke French to me. But I've lost it all since. And Denny says, only comment I make in 15 minutes, and he grabs the head shaking and closes his eyes for 2 minutes. What the fuck? All right, I have to go back and find out the comment that Dan makes while I was suffering from demonic possession. Denny says, I feel like every week another piece of my childhood dies. Oh, Danny, I'm sorry, but it's better than Warrant. I'm guessing that has to be it. It's in 15 minutes. And I'm sorry if I'm dying. Angela says Julie Duffy is still alive, and she wasn't designing women. Yeah, right. Wow, everyone's still alive. And because Michael Shannon was in Bug and Knives Out. Okay, cool. And Emily says I always think of her in Newhart. Yes, so do I. So do I. And Tug says he's good, but he's no Terrence Stamp. But he gets my stamp of approval. Get my stamp of approval. Cindy says Duffy said that was her worst experience ever. Oh, that's a bummer. And Gary says Angela Julia Duffy was in Newhart. Yes, she was. And he says, "Are you thinking of Merchant, which means nasty? Maybe." And Emily says, "Knives Out was hilarious." Cindy says, "I was talking about the original cast, though." Oh. And Sean says Michael Shannon was also the evil investigator in Shape of Water and Boardwalk Empire. That was him. Oh my God, that was him in Shape of Water. Okay. I see a pattern forming here. And I know the guy, I didn't know that was his name. And Angelina says she was also on Designing Women Gary. And Tug says, I would say you're offering I'm sorry, I would say you're offending the French, but you'd do that even if it was perfect pronunciation. Trey says, cool Rob French. Thank you. Thank you. Merci. Merci. Zubik says, Michael Shannon's performance in Bug alone makes his career worth trivia. And Trey says, you spoke French. Oh, Betty. Betty. And Sean says to Tug, I would definitely be murdering the pronunciation. My French is abysmal. And Teb says, hope you have a good night. You too, brother. You too, my brother. I'm so glad you could make it. I'm pretty much going to wrap things up here. My voice is going. Also, the daylight savings time is wreaking havoc with my body clock. But you take care. Peace. And then he says, Terrence could dump the stock just to burn his ass. I couldn't have said it better myself. And Angela says, I'm so dang out of it. Sheesh. LOL. My old boss said that daylight saving times, it just messes with your mentals. And it doesn't matter which way it goes, forward or backwards, it throws everybody off. So yeah, I'm with you, Angela. I'm very sorry. That's why I'm off my game tonight, by the way. But I really appreciate you guys putting up with me. Love you all in a healthy, non-threatening kind of way. Cindy said Michael and Stephanie were offered their own show. She said no. Wow. And Triple says, the guy is crazy. A future Robert Blake. Wow. And Gary says, Angela, I see that now. And a lot of people saying, good night. Good night to you too, Rachel. And Angela says, LOL, Gary. And Sean says, Michael Shannon was also fired from the movie Smoking Aces and replaced by Chris Pine. Wow. A lot of people saying goodnight to Angela. He says, I will see you later, guys. Have a nice week. Danny says goodnight, all. Angela says goodnight to Zuper. And he says, that was a stamp quote from Wall Street Bub. You can sleep easy now. Thanks for the trivia. Yeah, like I said, I'm way off my game tonight, Andy, but thank you very much for trying. We have some lovely parting gifts. Tug says, be careful on the roads tomorrow. Monday after DST has a lot of accidents. Ooh, good to know. Emily says Cindy probably a good idea. Not all spinoffs succeed. Most of them don't. Ziplik saying good night to Dan. Gary says good night, Miss Calabash, wherever you are. And Cindy says they were they were yeah, sorry. They we're Newhart, LOL, Emily. They look up many of the storylines and that's what I kind of figured it was, but God knows I tried for you, Cindy. God knows I tried. And Zermlik says good night, Gary. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you so much. This has been a fun ride. I want to thank you so much for showing up tonight. I do look forward to these shows. And I will keep doing them next week. I will have Sister Sarah and Danny with me, of course. Don't know what the topic is, which will be my next trivia game. And I believe I'll be doing Sarah's show on Thursday. Hopefully. I want to thank all you guys for showing up tonight. I want to thank all you guys for sticking around so much. Again, keep watching my shorts, Pretty Please Sugar on top, and forwarding them as best you can. Pretty Please, double sugar on top. Look at the diabetes. And hopefully I'll hear something from Wendy's, although I know I won't. They got 1.2 billion people their first day, I'm sure. But anyway, just thanks for being here. Take care of yourselves. Be good, be safe, be careful. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all again very, 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 very soon. Peace.